In this video, I want to go over just very quickly how to win with cold email. There are so many opportunities that content creators are missing out because they're trying to build an audience over months or years at a time, but they are not going to direct outreach. A lot of creators kind of become creators because of the idea that they don't want to hard pitch people. They don't want to try to force people into buying their product. I was very much like that, but you have to reach out to people if you want them to know about you, simply put. So let's break it down really quick, how to win with cold email. And the first part is obviously step 0, building out the email infrastructure. Now, a lot of people make this sound very complicated, but I'm going to put it into 3 simple ways. First, you buy the domains. I recommend using Porkbun to buy domains because that's just the cheapest option that there is. You can find and search for domains on other websites, but ultimately I recommend buying it in Porkbun. I've saved hundreds, if not $500 every time I've bought domains in bulk because I've used Porkbun. So really recommend just checking that out. Then you set up the inboxes. Now I've done this through a business called Scaled Mail. They've been very helpful to me, just kind of setting it and forgetting it, taking care of all the DMARC, all the other information that you have to put on the more technical side, where they've really helped me just set it up Google inboxes, but they also do Microsoft as well. So no referrals or anything like that, just people that I genuinely use and enjoy. Also, warm up emails. Now I use SmartLead as my sending tool. Really do recommend anyone to use SmartLead. Now there's also Instantly, but this is just what I've learned to use and prefer to use. So I will put the referral link for SmartLead down below if you did want to be able to check that out. But that's really just the most simple way to be able to put it, is you're buying the domains on Porkbun, you're giving it to a team like Scaled Mail to be able to just build out the entire email warm up, or you can do it manually. I have another video attached that shows you how to do it manually. And then you're putting those emails into SmartLead, warming it up for about 14 days, and then you're able to launch your campaign. So while those 14 days are going on, what are you going to be able to do? And that is building your list. Number 1 is you're going to want to build your list. Define a clear ICP for you. Go into ChatGPT, check out just who exactly you want to sell to. Create an exact archetype of the person you want to sell to, and then go to filtering on things like Sales Navigator, be able to be on Apollo. Exactly. See, just a little spelling error. So just be able to do those kinds of things. So I'm just going to go over here. So now that we're on Apollo, this is just how I've been able to filter out some leads. So I'm looking for marketing agencies. Those are particularly the people that I do cold email for. So looking for people in the US, employees 1 to 50. Here are some key terms that I was able to put, as well as the email status and their job title. So these are just the type of people that I'm looking for. Of course, it could be different for everyone, but you can see here I have 57,000 people. I've saved 5,000. I can keep taking more leads from this list, as well as Sales Navigator. If you are using something like HeyReach, where you can be able to reach out to people on LinkedIn, really recommend that. And you can also be able to just pull these leads, use different services. Maybe there is something like Lead Magic or Prospeo to be able to take these, generate the emails as well as phone numbers to contact these people. But these are just 2 great ways of finding leads. So next, write hyper relevant messages. This is also going to combine with number 3, which is using compelling subject lines. So all within the scripting. The first part is really building out the leads. Then what are we going to say to these leads is the next question. So here is a background on my campaign that I've been running for about a week and a half now. So I've sent out around 3,100 emails, 43 people have replied, and 25% of those people have replied positively, trying to see a little bit more, learn some more, and was able to book 3 calls from these leads. Now, my general rule of thumb is every 4 positive replies, you're probably going to get 1 call. Around that 25% mark is something that I see to be relevant to me and the clients that I'm working with. So really, I go by those metrics. Now, to be able to show you exactly what messages we're sending out, just very in-depth detail. So we're going to go into one of these, which is take quick question. We help ad agencies secure 5 clients a month through psychology driven, or it says value based, or it says connection based. These are spin taxes to be able to alternate which message is being sent out at any email. This also just allows you to split test, as well as helping your deliverability. So Google or Microsoft is not detecting that you're sending this exact same email to thousands of different people. So it's good to put that to increase deliverability, as well as be able to understand your split test. So mind if I send a Loom video going over it? I try to be as chill as possible when it comes to being able to offer some value. It's just basically, this is what I do. This is how I can help you. You mind if I give you a glimpse into how I can help? Allow us to get your foot in the door. So many mistakes that people within cold email make is they just want to force the call, get it right away. And you could do that if you have good case studies where you're saying, hey, we were able to get this company very similar to you or your competitor, these results of 80% increase in revenue. And we feel confident we could do the same for you. Want to jump on a quick call? That's a lot easier to do. But if you're limited in case studies or you just don't want to do those, then I would recommend a lead magnet approach, as well as just going into more of a straight pitch. So these are one of the scripts that I recommend just being able to understand, just I guess the logic behind it. And then of course we have different follow-ups for different days. So giving you a lot of background kind of on my campaign, a little bit behind the curtain there. Now, next, of course, compelling subject lines. You want to make sure you're able to be able to get attention. So whether you're doing that, now I remember this one was working for me pretty well. So 3 new clients for company name. We kind of go into detail about what we're doing and then how we do it, as well as company name, X Catalyst Creators. So you're able to see the collaboration there. And then just very simple messaging. We'll do this or you don't pay. Any guarantee that you can add in a cold email is bound to get you 10 times more replies. So if you have a guarantee or something that is an undeniable part of your offer, put that in your messaging. Next, optimize deliverability. Of course, this is the thing that is very important to do. Now, of course, as I mentioned before, I have Scaled Mail that kind of takes care of these things for me. So it was a lot less of a headache on my end. But of course, you want to make sure that these are put in properly. Otherwise, it will kill your deliverability. You'll go directly to spam. You'll tank your email inbox reputation. So really make sure you do this. As again, I have that as a pro tip. Next, follow up relentlessly. You saw that I had some follow-ups. I had 2 variations of follow-ups, but you can even make 3, 4, 5. And especially if someone gives you a positive reply and you follow up with them, the rule of thumb is just keep following up until one of you dies. Very simple. Just keep messaging them. I mean, basically let them tell you to back off, I guess, for YouTube friendly wording. But I just recommend constantly following up with positive replies. So next is the sustainability part. So of course, this is not a set it and forget it system. You're going to want to be able to continuously track the data you're putting in, as well as be able to understand what the split tests are telling you, what results are being more positive and where we need to put more effort into, and then where we need to put less effort into, what is just not doing well as a campaign. So that's why we want to create so many different variations, is to see what tactics are working and then where we need to focus more of our energy on. So constantly split test for yourself, for clients, anyone. I did it for a video editor client, and variation A worked 4 times better than variation C. Now we just have different similar variations of post A that are now just doing well across the board. But now we're just checking out which parts of the messaging are really captivating people. So in summary, find the right prospects with the right messaging at the right time, follow up until the end of time, especially if they positively reply, and then just continually test, A/B test many different things, be able to just study what is working, what's not. It's just data. You're being able to understand where the numbers are going, where the numbers are following, and then how you can be able to bring more of that into your campaign. So next steps, very simple. If you are a business over 25K a month in revenue and you want someone to do this cold email for you, this is a process I've done for myself and many clients to be able to get positive results. We've been able to get upwards of 15 positive replies within the first 2 weeks, booking 3 to 4 calls this week, but typically around 5 to 10 qualified calls a month. And then if you are a business starting out, I'm going to put the school below so you can be able to join, learn a little bit more about cold email, as well as how you can get started within that for your business, or if you're looking to start cold email agency in general. So hope this helps, just barely under 10 minutes, and hope you enjoy.